Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to my live quilting chat, Tipsy Tuesday. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being with us here only on YouTube. Say hello to the producer with the bestest, Mr. HP, running the show.
What you say?
Thank you for being here. Make sure you give us some thumbs up and love through the comments. Of course, we're only on YouTube. I'm still in Facebook jail. Yep, still. Oh, it's okay. Oh, Kobe's here. Kobe wants to say hi. So make sure you subscribe and make sure you sign up for notifications on YouTube, because this is a way for us to be live with you if you want to hang out with us live. We love that. Of course, there's a giveaway at the end of the show, plus there's a live winner from all of your comments at the end of the show. So 2 winners every show. Make sure you stay with us through to the end. Tonight we have some great fabrics to share with you, both new and then some great deals in the store. We are also going to be looking at some of your awesome Fast and Furious Club project and talk a little bit about our weekend. Yeah, we had some fun this weekend. So, of course, like I said, we have a giveaway question at the end of the show. And on our last show last week, my question to you was, what is your favorite pre-cut size to use? You probably all know that have been following me that I love to work with all the different pre-cuts, but I prefer to cut my own using my Stripology ruler. Yes, you get perfectly accurate cuts, and you get to choose your fabrics specifically so they all coordinate and harmonize together. So our winner from that last week is Susan Manning, and Susan said 10-inch squares, they are so versatile. That is true. One of my favorites. All right, so let's start with looking at some of the quilts that are behind me tonight. So I have a brand new quilt on the wall, and it's so brand new that the fabric is not even in yet. It's supposed to be arriving late this month, I believe, or maybe early next month. You know, all those delays. So this is called Midnight in the Garden by Moda, and I made the June fabric. I used one of the modern backgrounds for a background, and then I kind of split it into the blushy pinks and the golds together, and then there's this really beautiful charcoal color. So this one I made June. I was actually able to make 2 great quilts from that bundle. We made June because that uses some 10-inch squares and 2.5-inch strips, and then I was also able to make matrix, so I'll show you that later. It's in line for quilting, so Gertie's going to be working hard coming up here. So I just love this because the color combinations are so unique. We took some photos, some styled photos. Look how beautiful and soothing that is. That blush color is really pretty. It's just something unique and new, I feel like. And I balanced it out with, you know, the charcoals, and then that gold, that pop of gold is it's so nice. So, you know, I love a unique color combination. Looks good on your leather chair, hon.
It does.
It sure does.
Nice.
All right, so we also have in the corner, we have another tailor. You know, I've been telling you that we've been making tailors like there's no tomorrow, because I feel like it's such a great, fast summer quilt to feature those, you know, unique patterns of fabric that are, you know, either novelty or you can really choose them to fit the person you're making them. This one is made out of our bundle hook, line, and sinker. So it is a perfect one for that masculine, should we say, sailor? No, I'm not necessarily sailor, but somebody that loves the ocean and has a very masculine feel. I think it's great for kids too. It's very fun, loving, and beautiful colors. Just those blues and greens. And guess what, you guys? It is actually on sale. We added so many beautiful sale bundles to our sale section. So there's a section called sale bundles, and then there's a section called clearance. Sale bundles are all our bundles and pre-cuts, and then in the clearance there's a bunch of 3 yards and 1 yards on sale. So check it out before they're all gone. But I wanted to show you the hook, line, and sinker bundle. It's a 10-piece bundle, and it's just so fun. By Dear Stella, I added in a bunch of basics just to balance it out. But look, we have some really great dark navies, and then these beautiful light blues and teal greens. So it's a great combination. So we have some dash flow in there. I just think it's so much fun. Plus, it's a fun name, hook, line, and sinker. Love it. All right, so on the cabinet next to me, I have two runners. This is a little Trixie and a little Stella, both made with our kind of patriotic bundles from last year. And we have a patriotic, our first one is in the house, so I wanted to show you these for those of you that need a little extra planning for whatever you got going on for the holidays and want to make for the holidays. So, yeah, that's what's around me. But let's talk about our weekend. How was yours? Ours was a bit unique, wasn't it, hon?
It was.
Of course, those of you that watch our Friday shows, we didn't have a Friday show because we were traveling to Las Vegas for the Grammys. Of course, Mr. HP was nominated, and we had a blast. We spent Friday and Saturday hanging with friends, visiting family, and just enjoying ourselves, relaxing. And then the big day was a long, long day. Yes, my makeup session started at 8 o'clock. So I had to get up at 7 and get ready for that.
You
But
look beautiful.
oh,
Look
thank
beautiful.
you. I've never been so glamorous. And of course, I had to wear those shoes all day. But you put together a little video for them, didn't you? Just
A
with
couple of little pictures.
kind of our pictures and highlights. You know, I'm so much about just soaking in an experience. I'm not so much on my phone. It just felt weird to be, you know, taking videos and everything. I was just really soaking in it. And it was a really awesome day and night.
It was.
Even though it didn't go quite the way we wanted it to, but we made the best of it and had a lot of fun. So let's check it out.
Well, we didn't bring home the old classic record player trophy, but it's time to loosen it up a little bit. Have some pizza and a couple little drinks.
Hey!
Oh, the pizza's gone.
Oh, crap. Whoops. Cheers.
Have some drinks. Cheers, everybody.
Patrick Milligan, Joni Mitchell, and Bernie Grundman. Trevor Guy, Michael Howe, Kurt Johnson, and Bernie Grundman.
And the Grammy goes to
Joni Mitchell.
Yeah, that was fun. It kind of relived the whole day. That was really a lot of fun. And of course, didn't get the Grammy this time. 2 nominations though, right?
Or last time. I see what happened.
I'm really glad that I talked you into going, though. He wasn't going to go, and then, you know, we went, and we had a good time. And if you get nominated ever again, we'll go again and have a good time.
Might as well.
Yeah, it was really wonderful, and just seeing the recognition, because all of the nominees really are recognized just by being nominated. I really felt that, and everybody was excited for each other. So it was fun to meet people.
It was a good Grammy show.
Yes.
Musically, and I really like Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah was the host. He was great.
I really like him.
Yeah, he was really great.
He's witty, he's fast, he's smooth, and he's funny.
And was kind of making jokes on his kind of on the whim, and it was funny. It was just classy and everything. What was your favorite?
Better than the Oscars.
What was your favorite performance?
I actually really enjoyed Lady Gaga, that orchestrated. She was supposed to be with Tony Bennett, but I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was a tribute to Tony, and so you love anything orchestra.
Yeah,
obviously.
The strings sound so beautiful live. Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
That was really great. I loved that, and I loved. Was it Sound Sonic? No.
Soul Sonic.
Soul Sonic.
Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak.
Anderson .Paak.
Yeah.
They were funny.
Yeah,
but they just sounded good. Yeah, I missed one. Because, you know, if you have to run to the bathroom, you have to go during a commercial break. And if you don't make it before it's over, you have to stay. And, yes, I missed one of the big ones, unfortunately.
John Baptiste.
Yeah, John Baptiste. I missed
that one. Nas X.
Yeah, I missed Nas X. That was a good one, too. That was energizing and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we did see him. He was sitting close to us during the early ceremony. So was Brandi Carlile and Elle King, and it was fun. It was really fun. And end of the night, of course, you saw my shoes, some glittery awesomeness. You know, as I always say, everybody needs some glitter in their life, and glitter is its own color. And so I had glittery shoes and had to stay in them from 11 a.m. all day, all night. So then when the ceremony is over and we're going to try and go back to our hotel, which was not that far away, easily walkable, we decided, okay, let's beat the rush and just go because we were starving. There was no food. There was no food anywhere. So that pizza was eaten at, 3:30 p.m., and we had no breakfast, nothing. I had nothing. And then after the show at like 8:30 is when I just needed a little snack. So we decided to have a little snack, and then, the taxi line will be down. No,
I
not
usually
so
like
much.
to leave way before the show is over for that reason.
Yeah, I didn't let him do that.
So
I didn't let him do that.
We go outside, and the line is 10 blocks long.
Yeah, so we're like, okay, we're walking. This is nonsense. We'll just get our steps in. But I tell you what, my feet were screaming at me so loud. We had to make a pit stop on the way. I had to sit my butt down on the steps somewhere, and my honey went into the souvenir shop and got me some shoes to get home in. So these shoes got me walking all the way home. These are made for walking. And my feet were so happy, I was running the rest of the way.
Yeah, she left me behind then. The guy with the jacked up knee.
Yeah, they were. That was a game changer. So I had to bring them home. The fuzzy Coca-Cola slippers. This is my Grammy story. This is a Grammy I took home.
Yeah, and they they didn't have any food for us anywhere.
Mm-mm. It was a little unorganized. I can tell, the event is usually in LA, and they kind of had to postpone that event in February. It was supposed to be, and then move the whole thing over to Vegas. And there was a little, the daytime event was in a different hall, and it was kind of a far walk over to the other one. It was, a little bit of a mess.
It wasn't smooth, but we made the best.
Everybody made the best of it. So people were just walking around the casino trying to find something to eat and drink, and then all the restaurants weren't open yet between the two shows. Yeah, it was kind of was kind of funny seeing all these dressed up people walking around the casino trying to find food and
In the fast food area.
and just among the regular gamblers in their flip flops and t-shirts. Yeah, but it was fun. It was a fun experience. All right. Have they asked all the questions they need to ask about this one?
No.
But yeah, I strutted that red carpet. Did you see that? Did you see that? I'm probably never gonna walk a red carpet at this caliber ever again. So I was gonna take it full advantage.
The awards was at the MGM Grand.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. The
their
ballroom, the first during the day, and then the arena,
Yep.
the evening show.
Anywhere in Vegas is a long walk.
Long blocks, really long, big
Vegas blocks are a
Yeah.
mile.
Oh, all right. So let's move on to some quilts. How about that? I did see some quilt patterns, and there was a nominee wearing a quilted jacket, and then he ended up sitting next to me during the evening show. So I got to talk to him all about that. And so
You told him what the pattern
he wrote
was.
down my website, took down my website. Yeah, he did. It was like a log cabin, but it's a designer that makes these kind of wool jackets, and it's no, I don't remember his name. It was BOM. Starts with a B. Anyways, so he didn't know anything what the pattern was, but I could explain to him that the pattern was called the log cabin, and he was very excited to know a little bit about that. Anyways, so that was fun. But let's talk about quilts. I thought I would I've been seeing, well, I'm in Facebook jail, but I'm, of course, lurking on Facebook through Mr. HP's account, so I get to see everything that's going on in the crew and on GE website. So these hackers have not really done anything to that. Those pages are still open. It's just my own personal page and my access that is locked out until they decide to review it. Anyways, I've been seeing your Fast and Furious project, and since we didn't do a slideshow for the last month, which was the organizers, and then I saw some beautiful also other quilts coming up that are from Fast and Furious Club, so I thought I would put together a little bit of a slideshow with some of your flight path runners, which was our March project, and then some other ones sprinkled in. So let's take a look at it. Yes, lovely, lovely projects. We caught you a little too late with some of the questions, and you were asking me. That was a Bodhi jacket. Yes, remember that now. And so all of the other ones were asking about my shoes. So here's my glittery Cinderella shoes. These are Bachelor Mishka. And yes, so glitter, glitter. But
Glitter, glitter.
these won on the way home.
Foot hitter.
Yeah, I mean, they were actually pretty comfortable. I wore them all day. But by the time it was 10 o'clock, no thank you. My feet were not having that. No more. Done. Done, done. All right, so we have some fun stuff for you to show you. Of course, I wanted to show you a little bit first. I love every year I try to make a little something for, some of the major holidays. And especially, even though I'm not a big Easter celebratory family, but I love to decorate a little bit just because it's more so about spring is coming. It's coming. And of course, it's a rainy day here in Minnesota, and we're supposed to have some of the white stuff tomorrow. So, not a green anything in sight yet. So you just keep on hoping and wishing. So if you are like me, I usually am whipping this up like the week before Easter or the week of Easter. So I thought I would show you, speaking of the Fast and Furious projects, this one was last year's. Let's look at it on the overhead. This was Eggs for Easter Table Runner. It's really quick using actually you could just use scraps, but just some strips, background, and I used the rest of the fabric for the binding. So this one is a quick one to make. And then this year, I loved that Spring Treats fabric. So I took my Saga pattern and just made blocks. Just made as many blocks as I could from the 10-inch squares. And so I made a few smaller quilts. So this one is only 4x4. Great topper. I just love these colors. And then I was able to make a smaller one that's just 4 blocks, 2x2, and then one that is 6x6. I was able to get that from the bundle, and I love it. So that, it can be draped over a couch. This one's perfect on my table. And then a little topper that can be anywhere, kind of like a candle mat. So you don't have to have a specific table runner pattern. You can just start making some blocks, and it's beautiful. So this is the Spring Treats bundle here. It's a Lewis and Irene, just super cute, and just the right colors we need for right now. So, and that's a 15-piece bundle, but of course you can do something really quickly with a Busy Bunny, same colors, and very hoppy Easter-ish. So these two, if you are thinking you would like to make something real quick for upcoming celebrations, if not just to freshen up your home a little bit. I wanted to also show you something because I was really excited about an email that I got, a shipping notification. I wait by my email to see those shipping notifications for the fabric. And so one of the lines that we've been waiting for, even though I feel like Carolina Lilies kind of just arrived because they were late, and then these were probably supposed to be later. So this is another Robin Pickens line that is coming. It's called Tulip Tango, and it is gorgeous. So I actually had these fabrics on my cutting mat. They're not in the house yet, but I had them on my cutting mat because I'm gonna make something out of it. So they're ready to be pressed. So that's why I thought I'll just show you, because this is an early showcase of what the bundle will look like. I will of course show it to you again once it's in house and I do my fabric pull, but I just really wanted to show you. Tulip Tango. So tulips is the featured, and of course Robin's beautiful artwork never fails. I love this charcoal color. This is similar to her line about 3 years ago, and I love that one, and I made a quilt. No, I don't remember what it was. Of course, can't remember names when I'm live. We're gonna just use one of your favorite words. It's the was a name fabric line. I love this beautiful paisley, a little bit lighter gray, and then we have these kind of tulip stems creating the directional stripe. Love that. So then we go into the green story. We got the main print with the tulips. I love this bright spring green. It's so fresh. We have the small print tulips, and we have the paisley, and then this beautiful print, white on green print with little tulips. And then we have this red, but it's like a burgundy red, little more wine than it is red, but with pink undertone. It's really rich, and then going into the little bit of pinks. But I just love this. So I broke it down into the charcoal green and then the kind of burgundies and pinks. Love this print. This is one of her thatched fabric, which she added just polka dots onto it. And then we have the lightest, the pink with the tulips. Isn't this beautiful? So this should be in-house. This is a pre-order right now for the bundle. This should be in-house, like I said, by the end of the week, and so cut and ready in the store by the end of next week for sure. And we are getting more of this main print, which I love. And I'm going to be using this for some bigger parts like borders. And we're also getting this one, which I think would be perfect for backs. Just gorge. And then, on top of that, we will also be getting her thatched colors. So all of these thatched colors with the polka dot will be available in 1 yards to go with it. So really great variety. We have a taupe, and then we have that cream color. So I can't wait. I can't wait. But I can't tell you really what I'm making from it. Not yet. If there's leftover, we might make something that you can see right away.
What are you making from it?
Something that's going in my book. Yes. You know, I'm such a fan of Robin's. I think I have made a quilt out of every single line she has. I like to have, I collect like that. I collect favorite designers' fabrics. But the best part is just to make a quilt out of it. So you have like a memento that way. Yeah. Until I give them away. Moving on to the next thing. Okay, but we got some bundles that are in the store. We got a beautiful one from Louis and Irene. This is called On the Lake. This was a pre-order too. It's also a 15-piece bundle. So their typical style. This one is beautiful. It has a beautiful color story. So this is like a deep greenish gray, but so it has the boats, it has some swimmers, and the ducks all happy together. And then we have the frogs on the lily pads. And then we go into more of the teal. We have dragonflies. We have the water sparkling. And here we have the frogs on that bluish background. We have that same bright green. Look, that is in right now. This really nice bright green, going into a little more of the teal and aqua. We got the water print, and we got the main print here in this colorway, and also in a light gray, which is a very bluish gray color. We have the water. And then we have a little bit of pink, kind of tying in all those little lilies, lily pad. We have the lily print. We have the dragonflies on a really light pink. And then a cream background with the lilies on it. A cream with the dragonflies. And then we have a little bit of yellow. So the lilies in yellow, because there are just sprinkled throughout just a little bit of yellow, but it really reads as a low volume because it has that cream background. Just a beautiful, gorgeous line to use for anything. If you have a lake house, this is perfect for the lake house and the fun we're going to have this summer, right? So I did a fabric pull, and of course using a lot of the bumbleberries because they are designed to go with these. So we're starting here with the dark seas. This has a bluish greenish hue. I see now that this was perfectly matched with these prints over here. I also loved bringing in the grunge in the cider, and this is the Marionberry pie. So it has teal, but it also has those lighter blue tones in it. So brought that one in. As for the greens, I brought in 2 greens because there's only one bright green in here, although all the frogs and the greenery. So I love this deco stitch in the morning moss, just a slightly darker, and then this one kind of bridges everything. The chalk and charcoal in the olive has the brighter tones and the darker tones. So some of the teal and aquas, the bumbleberries, Enchanted Forest. I know this one is almost out, and unfortunately, as you may know, they come out with bumbleberries twice a year. Once we're out, they're out. So most times. The Dash Flow in the Ruba is a great match here with that medium color. Then we have another bumbleberries. The Eggshell Blue is a perfect match. It's such a grayish blue color. So this one works well there. For the pinks, I chose another Chalk and Charcoal and the Rose, because that is the lights, a little bit of the darks in there. And then this perfect cream, we got in some brand new deco stitches, and I love this one. It's called Airy, and so it's a really nice off-white with just a little taupe print on it, but it's beautiful to have just a little print going on. I found 2 stripes that would work really well with his line, kind of one that would fit over here with the pinks and the lights and the greens, depending on what you're doing. This is the Flamingo Base stripe. And then the other side is more the darks, the Papillion stripe. So some of the grays and the darkest tones and the teals, and with a little pop of pinkish red to pull in some of those tones. So you could play with either one. So this is On the Lake by Lewis and Irene. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So our other line is the one I mentioned earlier in the show. I talked about patriotic because we have those runners hanging on the cabinet if you want to plan ahead. And this is just a 6-piece bundle, so it's great. Just 3 yards of fabric, so 6 half yards. And I picked, of course, this fabric first because this is the Kobe fabric. So we have, this is called All American by Deb Strain. And there's a black lab. Oh, so I had to include that black lab with the American flag. We have another red print, so it's three prints, or 3 colorways, red, blue, and white, of course. So we have the red with the blue stars, and then we have the blue with the yellow lab, the All American dogs. So yellow lab with a red bandana. The black lab has a blue bandana. And then we have a blueprint with the red trucks. Love this one too. And then 2 great prints. We have the stars on the white and then the trucks on the white. So really pretty, very patriotic and fun. If you're a dog lover, of course, if you have labs, it's a must have. If you wanted to add some more reds, of course, and make a bigger quilt or something, the Chalk and Charcoal and the Cardinal works perfectly, and so does the Thatched Crimson. And then for blues, I did the Jot Dot in the dark blue, and then the Spotted Sapphire. Great bright blues. And then matching this off-white color, Grunge Eggshell is a perfect match. Tones very nicely, or if you want a little more grunge to it, the Jot Dot in the Marshmallow works great as well. I found a stripe and a plaid, so I know they might be a little more. This is candy cane stripe, but that works very well with this colorway. And then we have the diagonal plaid gingham red. Awesome tiny little gingham that you could use for bindings or borders or little sashings, whatever you wanted to do. So this is All American by Deb Strain. 6 pieces. Perfect little collection to make something fun for summer. Summer. Oh, feels so far away right now. But it's April. It's like here in Minnesota, April is anything can happen month. We can have 80s or we can have
80 inches.
teens. 80. Oh, I remember April 21st, just a few years ago. Oh, was that April 12th? And we got 21 inches of snow. It was crazy. Anyways, I got a couple more things, and I wanted to show you these because our 108 fabrics always fly out. We got a couple more 108s, new ones. These are called Garden Gloss, and we have the day and the night. And these are sateen, so these are by Robert Kaufman, and so if you haven't seen or worked with sateens, they are super soft. Kind of envision like your sheets that have the sateen. Oh, these are just beautiful and just a really nice, soft, silky finish. Now, I have one set aside to quilt with, to put on the back of a quilt. So really nice, kind of a cooling effect. If you live in a warmer climate or like a summer quilt, I think this would be beautiful. So I can't wait to see how this stitches out on the long arm. But these are just beautiful, and they've been flying out, those sateens. I wasn't sure because I hadn't used them, but now that I have, they are just beautiful, gorgeous. Make sure you have a fresh new needle when you quilt these, just in case, even though we haven't had any pull on them, they are just wonderful to work with. So that is what is new in the store. So all that is left, any questions? Did you see any questions pop up? It's a little bit different when we're only on YouTube. It seems like we get more questions on Facebook or something. Sure. That's all right. That's all right. We love you, and we love that you are here. So we will just stay here, and we'll be here, and hopefully crossing our fingers that at some point I'll be under review by the Facebook gods. All right, so I have a question for you for the giveaway. Oh, we're going to start with a live. Let's start with our live winner. So from how do you make your summer quilts? I do them really the same way. It's I always use light batting, but if you were to do, obviously I wouldn't use wool in my summer quilts, but I would just use a really, really light poly batting, something that breathes nicely and is lightweight. You don't want heaviness on you. And I think this would be lovely for the backs. Otherwise, it's just the same. Will there be a strip along? Yes, ma'am, there will be a strip along. Like I said, usually we do it in April. So announcement will be coming very soon. It'll be more like April, May this time because everything got kind of pushed back with this Grammy situation. It was a fun situation.
Sorry.
What brand of needles do I use? I use Smets. I use Microtex Sharps for piecing, and then I just use whatever they tell me to use for my long arm. And we switch those out every 3 or 4 quilts too. What do you put in for batting in a summer quilt? Same, what I said earlier, just a light poly batting, which I usually is what I use for my regular quilts. However, I really want to try bamboo. I have not tried bamboo yet, but that's what I would really like to try because I've heard really great things from the bamboos. What is a strip along? It's really just a sew along or a quilt along, but using strips. And I've done it every year, and this will probably be my 5th or 6th strip along. You know, it's our annual thing. We do it in the spring. So what I do is I pick an older strip pattern of mine, and then we kind of stripologize it because those patterns maybe came out before the rulers. I give some fun new twists on the pattern, and of course the pattern is on special for that event, and then we kind of do it in pieces. Every week we post a step and sew it together. Take some time and make a quilt. Do you ever make a quilt without batting? I never do. I have done, so remember back in the day when we made the raggy quilts, the clipping, although like doing that technique now would be so easy with the stripology ruler. yeah, back then I had a few patterns, and they're probably still in the store, raggy patterns, where I didn't use batting for those because I was kind of trying to save a step. So you kind of quilt it as you go, the blocks, and then you can just snip. So instead of batting, because you had to cut your batting smaller than your fabric, and it was all this whole thing, you had to line it up. I actually used just a solid flannel in the middle. So you had your backing, and then you had your flannel piece, and then you pieced quilt as you go, and then you sewed the blocks with a raggy seam. And that way the rag kind of was thicker because you just trimmed the little flannel in between the same, and you just snipped that too. And then you could also, because we were always tied to using homespuns because they were, you know, the same on each side, but by adding that layer of flannel in between, you could use regular flannels even though they were white on the back side, because you just put white in the middle, and then you had all the rags were white. Yeah, so it was kind of fun to play with that. That's the only time I put flannel in between, or did not use batting in a quilt. But you know, these were so heavy with all the rag and all that it worked out really well. Do you think the background could be scrappy for Lupin? Yes, I've seen a scrappy background for Lupin. It works beautifully. So just mix it up enough, and I would make sure to mix it up within the blocks too, because then it kind of flows better. What size needle for piecing? I use a size 12 or 80. For piecing, you can, sometimes I go down to 75, but I just feel like the 80 is universal for me. It's I can use it all the time, and it's a little sturdier, so a little bit bigger eye. So bamboo, I'm not an expert on bamboo yet. I haven't tried it yet, so I can't really describe it, but it's a bamboo batting, so a very obviously natural fibers, and has great qualities. Breathes, it's lightweight, but still a beautiful, quilts out beautifully, is what I've heard. Can I pre-order the fabric on your right and Hey June? Yes, Midnight in the Garden. It's on pre-order, so go check it out. Midnight in the Garden. All right. Did you find that live winner from all of your comments and questions? We love it. We love it. We love it. Thank you. Oh, here's our winner, Joy Decker. Joy, you have won a $25 gift card just for commenting and hanging with us live here on YouTube. Just send an email to help@gequiltdesigns and we will get you your gift card right away. And then all of you have a chance to win some more. Another $25 gift card up for grabs, and all you have to do is answer this question. Now, of course, what comes with Easter coming up soon? What's happening in the stores? All the Easter candy. So there's a debate going on at GE Designs. And so here's my question, very simple. So you have to choose a candy team. Are you Team Chocolate Eggs? Or are you Team Jelly Beans? Or are you Team Peeps? I don't even have any Peeps, because I'm so not a Team Peeps. That's just, I don't know. Wrong. So tell me in the comments which team you're on. This one here, I'm sure you all know, this is chocolate is my life. And thank you. One of our beautiful retreaters sent me this gigantic bag of chocolate eggs. I don't know if it was a beautiful thing or a curse, but I've been savoring it. There's still quite a bit left. So I think I may need to hide it so it lasts me until
Chocolate
Easter.
Chocolate is her life. Sorry.
Oh boy. Yeah, you're making me blush. Yeah. Okay, so tell me, chocolate eggs, jelly beans, which are okay in a pinch, but Peeps, no way. Ever. But we love you anyway. We love you anyway. And you can randomly, from your comments, we choose a winner and another $25 gift card, which we will announce next week for our show, Tipsy Tuesday, April 12th. Tipsy Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central. So make sure you check in. Maybe, I'm not going to say any maybes, but just make sure you're here on YouTube and you won't miss a show. All right? And there will be a show this Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday this week will be on April 8th at 3 p.m. So I will see you there. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a great night.